Hey guys, it's Jasmine and welcome back to Jazz Time. Today is another In the Kitchen with Jasmine, but this time we're going to be making a cake. The first thing you always want to do, always whenever you're cooking, is wash your hands and put your hair up. You want to put your hair up first if you have long hair, so your hands don't get dirty from your hair. So my hair is up and my hands are washed and we're ready to get baking. First I'm going to tell you what the recipe I'm using is. It is a 1 bowl chocolate cake 3. It is from All Recipes, so if you go to allrecipes.com, then you'll search in 1 bowl chocolate cake 3, and that is the one I'm using if you want to do this at home. Okay, so the first step is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, which I have already done, and then to grease your pans. So I'm using this canola spray to grease my pans, and you always want to hold it upright like this, not like this, or else it won't come. And always remember to get the sides really well. Now, this next is to stir together the sugar, flour, cocoa, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So I'm going to start with the sugar, and there's 2 cups of sugar. This calls for 1 cup and 3/4 of flour. The recipe also calls for 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Okay, I just put in baking powder, but I forgot to film myself putting it in. But whatever. And anyway, I put on 1 teaspoon and a half. This recipe calls for baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of it. This calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. About 1 teaspoon, whatever. Now it says to add 2 eggs. Here's my eggs, if you couldn't tell. Now you pour in 1 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, or canola oil, or whatever you call it. Okay, this calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So there's one more thing that you need to put in this before you can stir it, and that is 1 cup of boiling water. Here's my 1 cup of boiling water, so just pour it in with the rest very carefully. Might need some help with this. Now you're going to pour your batter into your pan. So now our batter is in the pan. The recipe says to do a 2-layer cake, but this pan is wider, is really long, so it would have been like not a very thick layer. So I just did one layer, and hopefully that will be good. Now this is ready to go in the oven. So the cake in the oven looks like this. It is on the middle rack because if it is too close to the heat, it'll burn on the top and won't make a good cake at all. Just got the cake out of the oven, so we're gonna see if it's ready. Stick a toothpick in the very center, not in the sides, because the sides tend to bake more than the middle. So if it's ready, it'll be dry in the middle. It is ready. I'm going to put the oven mitts on so I don't get burned, and just flip this right on to a pan. See now? Whoa! That is good. Except there's a little bit cake left in the pan. My hands are clean, and I'm going to peel it up and try and stick it back on there and let it cool. That way, hopefully it will stick. If not, icing will stick it for it. So the cake is completely cool. Now we can start decorating. I'm going to be using this Funfetti plain white vanilla icing to do a base coat on the entire cake except the bottom, so that we can put the rest of the stuff on top of it. So just grab a scoop of this and apply it to the cake just like this, and just start smearing it out. And over this part, be very careful not to chip it off and be very gentle. So I'm going to be using this spreader to spread the icing over the cake. Okay guys, I just finished putting on the white base coat. As you can see, it did get a little crumbly, but don't worry about that. It actually kind of looks cool. It kind of looks like Oreo cake. But it's not, but it kind of has a cool look. So I'm gonna spin this around so you can see all the sides. So I just put a bunch of this, and I use this to scrape the sides clean, like this. So here it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in the fridge so that this base coat icing will harden quicker. Right here, I made a little smudge, but don't worry about it. You can just grab a toothpick and a little bit leftover white icing that you may or may not have, and patch it up on the sides. This is the finished product. I am so proud of it. It looks very, very good. I have some glitter here, some swirlies. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video or found it helpful, please make sure to hit a like or subscribe. Bye!